Hey everyone, welcome to today's stability class. Mihaela here at Yago Yoga, and today is the sixth of our beginners course, the final in the series, where we're going to put together everything that we've learned and we're going to feel it. And it's going to be absolutely great in the body. It's going to feel like a new body. Now, all you need for today is a chair, a cushion, a towel, and a bottle of water, your mat, and the willingness and curiosity to explore each and every muscle and joint in the body, because that's what we're going to do. Now, we're going to start with a standing centering, planting the feet hip width apart, taking the heels out slightly, just to feel that engagement in the middle of the heel, taking the toes off the mat, extending them towards the body, and then bringing them down onto the mat, extending the big toe, extending the baby toe, feeling what's happening when we plant these two on the mat, feeling the willingness of the body to tilt slightly forward and allow the body weight to drop because it trusts those toes to take the weight. Soft bend in the knees. Allow the knees to gently bend and then allow them to slowly open. So don't let them collapse inwards because that will have an impact on your arches. Just get them to slowly rotate outwards by rotating your thighs. We're working up the body, we've reached the hips, a slight pelvic tilt. And if you're unsure what that is, stick the bum out and then bring it down. Bring the pelvic bone slightly down. You'll feel it in the pelvic floor. You'll feel the pelvic floor draw slightly up. So bring it, stick it out, and then bring it in. And see where that moment of perfect, beautiful engagement where you feel like, that feels great. That feels like the pelvic floor is toned, is. Explore it. That's what the centering is for. Then take an inhale into the belly, sides of the rib cage, front and back of the rib cage. Feel the whole trunk expand sideways, front and back, and upwards. And as it expands upwards, make sure you bring the breastbone in and you loop the shoulders back. So breastbone in, shoulders back. And that's going to keep the rib cage nice and straight. When the shoulders are open, open the eyes of the elbows towards me. Keep the fingers nicely engaged. Feel them spread out. Feel a bit of tone, like you felt in your toes. And then level the chin just a little bit to give you, again, you're not arranging the body from the outside in, you're arranging it from the inside out. Feel that slight lift from the base of the base of the skull up to the crown of the head. So that's what you should be feeling. So do whatever you need to do with the chin so that the base of the head, the neck wants to come out, base of the head comes up. Third time. So now we're looking at the body. Big toe, baby toe pressed, middle of the heel pressed, knees slightly bent, thighs open, pelvis is slightly tucked, breastbone is slightly tucked, shoulders are open, elbows are open, fingers are stretched, back of the neck is elongated and lifting, so the whole body is engaged. The whole body knows what to do. We're looking at it. Allow a slow, gentle sway to move the body weight around the four corners of the feet. It's like you're checking in to see what they're doing, if they're ready for this. The sway can be left to right, front and back, whichever way. It starts, again, it's a natural sway. And all you need to do in it, because you've already aligned the body, is to stay with it. So you need to follow the tone in your feet as they receive the body weight and they drop it down onto the mat. See how they're engaging to lift through the arches. So the sway allows the body weight to release and the body to tone in response. Notice how good that feels on the body. Notice how easy that feels in the body. And notice how soothing it is. It's the end of the day. You're just coming to settle into your own physical body, and then slowly bringing your awareness to what the body is doing and how it's doing it. And then breathe. Bring your awareness to that breath. Again, don't control, just as you're not controlling the sway. Allow the breath to be what it is and just follow it. As you breathe in, feel the belly expand, the rib cage lift, and the collarbones spread a little bit wider. As you exhale, feel the tone in your trunk and keep the same openness. So the space that the breath opens on the inhale is kept on the exhale. It's like you're opening the door to a room and then you're stepping in it. And you're stepping in it with full awareness, checking to see what is there in that room, how the inner space feels. On the next inhale, bend the knees a little bit more, press the feet a little bit deeper, activate the big toe, activate the baby toe, activate the heel, and then feel the inner arches, the outer arches, the horizontal arches of the feet get a little bit stronger, a little bit higher. Then, as the arches get stronger, feel the calves go, ooh, I have to be a little bit stronger too. The shins say, I have to be a bit steadier too. And they're communicating that to the knees. And the knees are saying, we have to do the same. And you find yourself pressing through the four corners of the feet, lifting through the kneecaps, lifting through the thighs, tucking the pelvis in, and stopping for a second to check how the legs are a little bit stronger, a little bit more engaged, a little bit. You probably, if you have your eyes open, you probably notice my fist going there in full power. Yeah. So go for that extra notch of intensity, and that extra notch of intensity keeps you in the sway, but it will make you sway a little bit slower. However, a little bit deeper in the muscles. So keep the feet planted. You'll notice they're opening up a little bit more to the ground. The thighs are active, the pelvic floor is active, and when the pelvic floor gets active, the lower abdominals get active. And then you breathe into the lower abdominals, you breathe into the ribcage, you bring the breastbone down, and the core gets active. And now check to see the core and the legs. Do they have the same intensity? Do they have the same engagement? If not, again, turn that dial up on the core. Bring the breastbone a little bit more in. Bring the tailbone a little bit more in. Upper abdominals, lower abdominals working. Pelvic floor working. And then breathe into the rib cage and keep it open. Diaphragm is working there. No need to go into anatomical details, but check to see what they're doing. So notice the engagement as you lift through the four corners of the feet, through the ankles, through the kneecaps, through the hips, through the core. Then we've reached the shoulders. Keep the shoulders open and spread the elbows a little bit more open. Imagine the muscles to each side of the elbows, the muscles of the lower arms and the muscles of the upper arms, extending, elongating a little bit more, engaging a little bit more, and that engages the fingers a little bit more. And then imagine as the fingers get active, you are extending from the armpit to the top of the index finger. Somebody is extending, somebody has their finger in right next to your armpit, and you're extending the arm, and that allows you to feel the full length of the arm. And again, that will get you to feel the sway at a different intensity. And that's what we're going to do today in all of our poses. We're going to get that integral tone, that a unity, a uniformity in the tone of the body. None of the parts of the body will be working more or less than the others, and they will all be working in their full stability. Now take a deep breath in. Open the eyes if you've had them closed, though it was a big story I was telling you there, and meet me standing at the tops of your mats. Breathe in, bring the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the arms up along the thighs, press with the four corners of the feet, halfway lift. Step the right foot back, right knee down on the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. And again, we are talking about that extension. Exhale, bring the palms down, step the left foot back, high plank. Press down through the palms, press the pads of the feet into the mat. Stretch the tailbone back, knees down. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Forehead down onto the mat. Lift up into down dog. Again, palms are active, feet are active. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot forward. Press down through the right foot. Press down through the left shin, left front foot. Inhale, bring the palms up. Tailbone is stuck, breastbone is in. Palms are down on the mat, fingers are active. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, come up, pressing the four corners of the feet down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down on the mat. Step the left foot back, left knee down. Press down through the left foot. Come up. Inhale, smile. Exhale, palms down. Right foot back. Front pads of the feet are active. Rotate the elbows forward, knees down. Exhale, tailbone goes up, extend the spine. Inhale, slide forward. Open the chest forward. Breathe in, forehead down. Exhale, come up into down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. Right knee down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, palms down. Step the right foot forward. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the palms up. Meet me in the middle of your mat for mountain pose, a super active mountain pose. Now keep the feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent, tailbone is tucked. Arms are up, shoulders in their shoulder blades. Now start a little micro bounce to open the pads of the feet a little bit more to the ground. Now, as you start the bounce, notice each bounce presses the feet into the mat. Feet activate the arches, and the arches wake up the muscles. Now keep rotating the thighs outwards. Keep the tailbone tucked in. It's almost like a super mini active chair, mountain/chair. Now, what I want you to explore is how firmly are you pressing the feet down and how firmly are you engaging the palms. We're checking in from the extremities of the body. Are the fingers active? Are the ankles open? Are the wrists extended? So fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. How engaged are they? How open are they? Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, inhale, bring the palms facing the floor and gently lift them up as if you're trying to press down. So you're trying to press through the palms down as you're doing with the feet. Notice what that does to your tricep and your bicep muscles. Can you feel them? If you can't feel them, you need to engage the elbows a little bit more, spread the elbows open. If your shoulders are starting to say, hey, what you doing here? I need to relax a little bit. Bring the arms a little bit lower, but keep them engaged. Now, check in with the tone in the legs and the arms. We're going to create that correspondence a lot throughout the class because what we're looking to do is extend the legs, engage the legs, extend the arms, engage the arms, and extend the spine, engage the spine. So that's our goal today. Beautiful. Breathe in. Now bring the arms up again and slowly let the torso come forward, let the tailbone come back and come into chair. I'm going to turn sideways again to show you the tailbone because we're going deeper into the hips. Now allow the body weight to move forward as a counterbalance. But again, whatever you do, keep the arms engaged. Keep the thighs engaged. Keep a micro bounce, energizing the thighs, activating the muscles of the glutes, the thighs, and most importantly, the pelvic floor here. Allow the pelvic floor to express its full strength. Now breathe in and exhale, go a little bit deeper in the chair. That might mean you have to slide the torso a little bit forward as a counterweight. Bring your chin to chest. Now I'm looking at you. I'm twisting my neck. Now you guys bring your chin to chest so that you extend the spine. Find that natural place of the neck where the spine is extended. Keep the arms up. If they get a little bit tired, you can bring them parallel to the ground. Breathe in, exhale, bring the arms again sideways. Now you will feel that this makes the chair a little bit easier. And you might be wondering why that is. We got some extra help from the upper abdominals and the upper back. Yay! Party in the house. So that means our trunk is fully engaged and our upper back is supporting its own weight, which makes it super easy for us to do this. Beautiful. Breathe in, bring the palms together. Inhale, extend the spine, open the shoulders. Exhale, twist towards the left. Bring the right elbow against the left knee. Make sure the right knee stays back. And we keep the bounce going. Now this bounce helps us get in touch with the root and rise. So as you bounce down, you plant the feet down, and then you rise up through your muscular system. Yay! Now keep the palms pressing, keep the knees in line, Keep the tailbone in, keep the breastbone in, and keep the shoulders open. Breathe in, back to the center. Inhale, and exhale. I'm gonna twist to the other side. Again, keep the chair low, don't go too high. And you exhale and bring the left elbow against the right knee. Press the palms down. Each of the fingers is pressing, shoulders are open. Left knee goes back. Beautiful. Good. Now I want you to check in with how much you're extending the spine. Do you feel a certain length in your spine? If you don't feel it, come up, open the arms like this. No problem. Same pose, same benefits. There is no point going here. That's not what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the full body engagement and the full body openness. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, bring the palms together, press to the four corners of the feet, stretch through the kneecaps, thighs, core, and again, allow a nice gentle sway for 2 breaths to take over the body. And massage it internally and externally as well. The sway is a super massage on your feet, and you feel it internally through your muscles, the tone and the release in it. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the palms up, and allow again the same extension from the armpit, through the elbows, to the fingers, to activate the arms. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands on the hips, step the feet out, rotate the right foot out on its heel. Now, when you rotate the foot, make sure you rotate from the hip joint. So you're rotating the whole leg from the hip socket. Don't bring the foot 90-degree angle, bring it 70, 80, so that the toes are slightly in to support the knee. Now, hands on hips, give yourself a nice shimmy to help you find the four corners of the feet. Lift through the arches, through the ankles, through the calves. Allow that shimmy to feel the lift from the legs into the lower abdominals, the pelvic floor, hips. And then as you take the hands off the hips, you bring them up and you let the shoulders activate the upper back. So don't squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep them nicely open to the sides, resting on the ribcage. Breastbone in. Breathe in. Exhale, open the arms out. Inhale, stretch the right hand up. Again, stretch from the hip joint along the torso, but don't take the shoulder up to the ear. Shoulder stays down, elbow stays straight. Again, imagine you are the smartest kid in the class and you'll know the answer to this question. That's the attitude. Breastbone in, tailbone in. Breathe in and exhale. Slowly fold from the hip joint, taking the opposite hip slightly up and out. So Elvis, pelvis, we go whoop, super sideways, so that we have more space in the right hip. Breathe in and exhale. And in and exhale. Beautiful. And in and exhale. And we bring the hand down wherever it rests with a nicely extended torso. Then we draw a line along the arm, across the chest, up. Beautiful. And we stay there. We check in with the feet. Do I need to bring the right foot a little bit in, the left foot a little bit in? Now, give yourself a nice shimmy to find the four corners if you've got distracted. Now, press the big toes in. Press the baby toes in. Press the heels in. Feel the back of the calves active. Lift through the kneecaps. Lift through the thighs. Keep the tailbone in, keep the breastbone in, and then look up at the left thumb. Beautiful. Breathe in and then exhale. Imagine somebody is pulling you from the left arm, lifting you 1 centimeter up. Allow that lift to come from the core. That's where it comes from. Allow that lift to elongate the torso and to lift it. Breathe in, follow the left thumb, bring the right foot in, bring the left foot out, heels in line, hands on hips. We're going to do triangle on the other side. Now again, a nice little shimmy, just to check your four corners of the feet. Pressing the four corners down into the mat, rotating the thighs out, tailbone in, breastbone in, shoulders up. And again, we bring the arms up, we keep the shoulders open, no propping of the chest up like this. You bring the breastbone down, imagine you have a button. Keep it pressed, that's the core engagement. Breathe in and exhale, take the arms out. And another inhale, we bring the left hand up and we lift from the left hip. And again, elbows, pelvis as sensually as you can, guys. It's a hot afternoon. Now, tilt the right hip slightly up and out. Left hip hinges. And we're folding from the left hip, keeping it open, very slowly. And breathe in. You can extend the right hand, you can keep it on the hip, wherever it feels most comfortable. Breathe in, we lift and we fold, and we lift and we fold, and the third time we bring the hand down and we lift the right hand up, and we keep the torso nicely extended. So keep the torso, keep that length, don't bring the torso down, keep the torso up, extended, where that length is. Shoulders away from the ears, growing through the right hand, breathing in, and inhale, lift a little bit the torso up, just 1 centimeter, up and down. And that should make you feel your core working at its full capacity. Feels great. And coming back up, following the right thumb, walking the left foot in. Now this time we are rotating on the right foot out, stepping the feet a little bit wider. Let's say about 4 to 5 feet apart. Heels in line, again, right foot in. Check to see if you've got your four corners. Nice little shimmy. Hands are up. Inhale. Exhale. Open the arms out. Bend the right knee over the right ankle. And as you do that, move in micro moves. Slowly and controlled. So we're doing this to explore the body, to stay with the body, to stay with the breath. So slowly bend the right knee, but pull the left hand slightly back to keep the torso aligned over the hips. Now we've got hips, breastbone, head in a line. Now hold it when you've reached that beautiful spot where you know your torso is aligned. Hold the shoulders open, hold the arms engaged, hold the legs engaged, especially the back leg. It's not on a holiday. Press through that outer edge of the back leg. Activate the arch, activate the calf, activate the kneecap, activate the thigh. Keep the thighs rotating outwards. Breathe in and exhale. Bring the hands back on the hips. Walk the right foot in, left foot out. Again, heels in line. Give yourself a nice shimmy. Inhale, bring the hands back in front of the chest. Shoulders down onto the ribcage. They feel good there. Exhale, open the arms, bend the left knee. And again, inch it a little bit more away from the central line until you feel that the left thigh is saying, ooh, this feels good. I am working my full potential here. So let the left thigh do its full job. And as the left thigh engages, bring the right hand slightly back so that it brings the torso again in alignment. Notice where you feel your torso at its straightest. We're talking about the fifth line of force here, the spine. So we're extending the spine, we're stabilizing the spine first by engaging the legs, engaging the arms. The spine feels the stability of these limbs. And then we're lifting through the crown of the head and we're elongating it upwards in a straight line. The spine, the torso generally has a tendency of bringing itself forward. Bring the right hand back and keep yourselves nicely level. Breathe in and exhale. Bring the left foot in. Take a deep inhale. I'm going to do this sideways for you guys to see me. Take a deep inhale. Keep the toes in, pigeon toe the feet. Press through the four corners of the feet. Bend the knees a little bit. Feel the four corners of the feet. Make sure you're not clawing at the mat with the toes in between the big toe and the baby toe. Rotate the thighs out. Hands on hips. Extend the tailbone. Stretch the lower back. Don't stick the bone out. Extend the tailbone down. Stretch the lower back. Bring the breastbone in. Breathe in. Now hinge from the crease of your hips. Feel the crease of your hips where the thigh bone goes into the hips and hinge from that place. Breathe in, keep the spine nice and straight and exhale and in and exhale, fold and in and exhale, fold a little bit more. When you've reached the spine parallel to the ground, press the big toes in, press the baby toes in, press the heels in, lift through the kneecaps, lift through the thighs, keep the thighs rotating outwards, keep the hands on the hips, keep the elbows magnetized backwards. Don't squeeze them in too much, keep the shoulders open. And breathe along the spine. You can gently sway front and back, a micro move. You might not even see me as I do it. We're stretching the hamstrings, we're stretching the glutes, we're stretching the spine, but we're doing that with full engagement from the thighs, full engagement from the core. Keep the breastbone in towards the hips. Breathe in and exhale, bend the knees and press down to the feet and come up. Beautiful wide-legged forward fold. Well done, guys. And we are here in the center of the mat. Stabilize the left leg. Bring a slight bend in the right knee. Bring the right knee parallel to the ground. And again, bring the left toes a little bit in to give a bit of knee stability. Thighs are rotated, both of them out. Level the hips. Now, square hips, cowboy hips, boom, boom. Now, breathe in. Exhale, bring the knee towards you, not too much. Inhale again, stretch the spine. Exhale, bring the right hip out. Focus on keeping the inner groin nicely active. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot against the left thigh. Now, you can bring it there, or you can bring it here, or you can bring it here. What really matters in this pose is keeping the right thigh open, keeping the left hip open, and balancing the hips. So that's why we're doing this. It's not a height leg competition. It's an open hip and a balancing pose. So level hips, stable leg, pressing through the foot, bringing the line of force up along the leg. Inhale, ta-da, bring the hands up. And breathe that beautiful integrity of the tree pose. Breathe in. I love the variation that I did last week. I hope you loved it too. I'm going to bring it in again today. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left hand open, engaged, shoulder open. Right hand on the right thigh. And exhale, stretch the left hand towards the right side. And find that space along the side torso that opens the ribcage just a little bit more. Keep the shoulders down, keep the elbows straight, keep the fingers engaged, and smile. Breathe in, loads of things to do. But we've got this, we can do this. Inhale and exhale, come out. Beautiful pose there, guys. Got a little bit lost in it, I confess. Felt gorgeous. And again, bring the palms together. Let's stop after a balancing pose to notice how one balanced side feels compared to the other. Just to notice that difference. Palms together, forearms in a line, shoulders open. Breathe in and allow, again, the engaged sway to come in. You'll notice that if you've kept the feet active, the ankles active, the shins active, the knees active, the thighs active, the same tone still holds in the body. It's like the body has been taught to do it. The body knows what to do and how to do it. Feels just gorgeous. And notice how the sides feel. They always feel different. Breathe in. And exhale, bring the hand on the hips for stability. Right foot down. Again, bring the toes in. If you've got a knee that goes in slightly, bring the toes in for stability. Press down, bend the right knee, and then stretch through the kneecap and thigh until you feel that leg working 100%. And then lift the left leg up. Left foot is active. Level the hips. Breathe in. Keep the shoulders open. And bring the knee a little bit higher without destabilizing the hips. Inhale and exhale. Bring the left knee to the side. This is always a little bit tricky, but you know, that's the intermediary stage. It's our milestone en route to the tree. And then bring the left foot against the right thigh. You can keep it against the right thigh or again against the calf, against the ankle. Never ever against the knee. So don't put the foot here. You're putting weight onto a big joint of the body that is meant to keep you nicely stable. So don't do that. Don't destabilize it. Either below the knee, on the ankle, or up high against the thigh. There's a bit of rhyme there. Level the hips. Keep the thigh rotating outwards. Keep the pelvic still tilted inwards. Breastbone is down. And whenever you're ready, too much explanation. Whenever you're ready, bring the arms up. And if you are wobbling and coming out, not a problem. This is what we do on our way to balance. We find our body and we bring ourselves into it, and then the body has its natural balance quest and it finds it. Bring the hands up. Now, when you bring the hands up, don't make them be an extra dead weight. So bring them up and keep them active. Energize the fingers. Breathe in and exhale. Bring the left hand on the left thigh. Stretch the right side of the body. Inhale and exhale, tilt slightly towards the left. Find a point of focus. You are my point of focus now to look at that doesn't move. Keep the shoulders down. Keep the elbows straight. Breathe in and exhale, come out. And again, take 2 breaths to rebalance, recalibrate the body in this way. Beautiful, guys. Now, we're going to take the chair for this one, our final peak pose. Now, a step away from the chair so that you have your wrists resting onto it, active arms, and a nice straight spine. So check to see where you are. Now, feet underneath the hips, knees, ankles in line. So ankles, hips, knees in line. Tailbone is in, spine is stretched, breastbone is in, wrists are resting on the back of the chair. Breathe in, lift the right leg up, toes towards the midline. Level the hips, cowboy hips towards the floor. Breathe in, look down, extend the back of the head and take the right hand and keep it parallel to the body. Keep the left hand active. Keep the right leg active. Keep the right hand active. Keep lifting through the left thigh, left calf. Core is balancing the body. Both feet are engaged. Inhale and exhale. Bring the right foot down. Breathe in, bring the hands up. Exhale, both wrists again on the back of the chair. Inhale and exhale, bring the left leg up. Again, lift through the kneecap, lift through the thigh, toes towards the midline. Check to see what the back toes are doing. Check to see how level the hips are with the floor. Extend the spine, bring the chin to chest slightly. Again, we're focusing on extended arms, extended legs, extended spine. A nice straight spine. Press with the back heel and feel the engagement in the glutes, feel the engagement in the hamstrings, feel the engagement in the calves. Don't let the right knee go in. It wants to come in. Don't let it do so. Breathe in and stabilize the right wrist onto the back of the chair. Bring the left hand parallel with the body. A bit more weight onto the right leg, but it can do it. You've done all the classes. You've been working for this. Breathe in and bring the left foot down. Press through the 4 corners, bend the knees, come up. Take the chair out of the way. You don't need it anymore. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, bring the palms down. Step the feet back. Belly on the mat, front of the feet down on the mat. Palms by the side of the body. Forehead down. Breathe in. Exhale, rotate the arms. Swoosh the arms towards the front of the mat. Middle finger parallel to the mat. Shoulders rotated. Press to the front of the feet. Press to the thighs. Press to the pubic bone. Slide the palms slightly backwards until the forearms feel like a pillar. Like you can lift the torso up and the forearms feel super strong. You're not only lifting with the shoulders, you are lifting with the upper back. Now, keep the forehead down. Inhale, Bring the gaze slightly forward. Look underneath the eyebrows. Press down through the pelvic floor, down through the thighs, down through the feet. Keep the shoulders open. On a gentle bounce from the four corners of the palms, activating the forearms, activating the upper arms, activating the shoulders. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my forearms are turning red. So that means they're getting a lot of blood. Keep shining the heart forwards. And keep extending from the base of the head. Base of the head is active. Breathe in and exhale, forehead down, elbows underneath the shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Breathe in and lift into table. Curl the toes, bring them slightly closer. Press through the elbows, press through the forearms, press through the fingers, and lift the tailbone up. Beautiful. Now stay there, gently swaying around the center of gravity. Very slight sway. Separate the toes a little bit wider, the feet a little bit wider, but keep the same engagement. You'll notice how cooling this dolphin is. Notice how you're moving the body weight around the forearms, around the feet. When the feet are taking the weight, the forearms are releasing. When the forearms are taking the weight, the legs are releasing. Keep the legs nice and straight. Lift to the front of the ankles, no wrinkly ankles. Breathe in and exhale, knees down. Beautiful, guys. And inhale. We're gonna make a little cushion for the forehead, nice forehead massage. Stacking the fists up, planting the center of the forehead down, and then gently rotating, massaging the center of the forehead. Inhale and exhale, spread the arms as wide as the mat. Look in front of you, inhale, stretch the spine, and exhale, chin to chest. Walk the palms towards the left. And breathe into the right side. Enjoy the nice stretch in the ribs on the right side, but also the tricep of the right arm. Keep pressing the right sitting bone towards the ground. Don't let the right sitting bone come up. Inhale and exhale, come back to center. Breathe in there and exhale, walk towards the right. You can take as many steps as you can, but again, keep the arms, if you really want to feel the full stretch on the left side, keep the arms engaged, palms pressing down, and then the same hip bone, the same sitting bone are pressing down. Otherwise, if you're lifting up, you're not going to stretch anything because there's no rooting to rise. So whatever the yoga pose we're doing, there's always the rooting and the rise. And that rise is that growth, that extra space, that elongation, that extension. Breathe in and exhale. Come back to the center. Cross the shins and come back onto your sitting bones. Bringing the torso down. Bring the torso down. Let the lower back come down onto the mat. Bring the palms face upward. Bring the feet as wide as the mat. Breathe in and exhale. Windshield wipe the legs towards the left. Head goes towards the right. And inhale, both head and knees come back to the center. Exhale, knees towards the right, head towards the left. And as you do this, we're going to keep doing this for 3 more times. Notice how you're massaging the back of the neck, the back of the head, and the lower back. Inhaling back to center, exhaling in a beautiful twist. Inhaling back to center, exhaling a nice twist. And this time, next time when you're back to center, allow the knees to come back towards the right. Breathe in, bring the right foot in underneath the left leg towards the left arm. Let the left hand come and meet the right foot. And then take another deep breath in, bring the left knee towards the right palm, and let the right palm come down slowly on the outside of the left knee, stretching the IT band on the left side. Keep the head towards the left. And enjoy this beautiful heart opener, spinal twist, IT band elongator. The IT band on the side of our thighs is such a nice place to stretch, especially if you're into running or jogging or cycling. Keep the feet active, so even if you're just resting the foot down, plant it down, so don't let it collapse, because then you'll notice that you have less control in the stretch. You'll feel that the leg is collapsing its weight. Breathe in and exhale back to center. I found this pose a couple of months ago. It's called the diamond pose, and it's a super stretcher. It's great at the end of the practice. Breathe in and bring the knees. I'm going to swoop over to the other side for you guys to see me clearly. Bring the knees towards the left this time. Hands up, and again bring the left foot underneath the right. Let the right hand come and meet the left foot. Keeping it down, stretching the left thigh. It's been doing a lot of nice hard work. And bring the right knee towards the left hand and bring the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. And again, a nice spinal twist with an IT band elongator. Bring the right foot down on the floor. You don't need to bring the right knee down. That would be a super feat, but again, we're not acrobats. Our flexibility is something we're born with to a great extent. So don't worry if the knee is off the mat. My knee is off the mat, and my IT band feels great as the left hand is slowly pressing down to get a little bit more in there. But keep the right toes down on the mat so that they're engaged. Head towards the opposite side of the knees, towards the right in this case. Breathe into the right side of the chest. And if you want to close the eyes, you can close the eyes. If you want to imagine you're dancing and jumping in the air going, woo, do that as well. That would be your life force calling for action. Do something with me. I feel like dancing. Breathe in and exhale. Come back to center. Level the hips. Bring your knees to chest. Feet are active. Hands on hips. Take a nice inhale and then just draw a circle with the knees. Imagine you have a button. Oof, you press the button and that button gets the legs to drop their weight into your hands. So the legs right now, even though the feet are active, they don't hold their own weight. They're letting you move it a little bit. So using the weight of the legs, massage the lower back. And that's going to feel gorgeous on the hips. That's going to feel gorgeous on the lower back. And that's going to feel gorgeous on the legs. So make the circle as big as you want to. Any directions you want to, you can change the direction. The circle can be a rocking front and back. You can go into a couple of spinal twists if you want to. Inhale and exhale. Let the legs rest out, let the arms rest out, let everything just come to stillness. Nothing to do anymore. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to see but your own body. Close the eyes and let them turn inwards. Let the eyes see the body coming to a state of non-movement. It's not moving anymore. The body knows that. Notice the points of contact between your body and the floor. Feel the back body resting against the clothes, resting against the mat, resting against the ground. Feel that safety of the ground, that stability of the ground. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you'll always have the ground beneath you. Bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe into the right leg. Gently take it off the mat. Extend the foot, flex the foot. Inhale, extend, exhale, flex. Inhale, extend, and exhale. Let the leg drop. And as the leg drops on the ground, feel in the skin, in the muscles, in the bones, nice shivering and quivering, a nice gentle massage. Allow it to spread throughout the body. And then breathe into the left leg, take it slowly off the mat, flex the foot, extend the foot, breathe in, extend, breathe out, flex, breathe in, extend, and breathe out, let the leg drop. And again, the same non-verbal communication, telling your body it's okay to let go. Drop the weight, come to stillness. Take the hips off the mat, pressing gently to the backs of the calves. Inhale into the hips, exhale, let them drop. Take the arms off the mat, breathe in, extend the fingers, inhale, exhale, make a fist. Inhale, extend the fingers, exhale, make a fist. Inhale, extend, exhale, drop. Breathe into the shoulders, take them off the mat, exhale, let them drop. Breathe into the shoulder blades, take them off the mat, resting the body weight slightly on the lower back and back of the head. Breathe into the heart, exhale, let the shoulder blades drop. Allow the heart to drop its weight. Allow the heart to be light in your body. Inhale, tilt the head towards the right. Exhale towards the left. Inhale towards the right. Exhale towards the left. And then allow the awareness to just walk free in the body. No part of the body unexplored, whichever way it wants to explore it. If your awareness wants to rest on the body, let it do so. If it wants to rest on the breath, let it do so as well. As you're lying, eyes closed, I invite you to visualize again the back body resting against the ground, spreading its weight into the ground the way a tree seeps its roots down into the soil. Visualize the same trust, the same depth, the same stability of the back body that's touching the ground. Allow it to be as grounding as the roots of a tree. Breathe into the back body. Breathe into your roots. And then visualize the trunk of your body like the trunk of a tree, again from the roots, growing, spreading, expanding onwards and upwards in the stability of the roots. Taking all its space in all the fibers, the muscles, the bones, the skin, the organs, feeling that vibrancy. Breathe into the trunk of your body. And then we have the branches of a tree. The arms, the neck, the legs, spreading out into lightness, just like the branches lift up into the sky. Breathe into your legs, breathe into your arms, and allow them to be light but stable. The whole body is grounded, the whole body is stable. And then, just like the beautiful cherry blossoms, all covered in flowers, your upper body blooming into the most beautiful colors, the lightest of textures, softest of touches. Allow yourself to bloom from the ground up in your roots, in your stability, into lightness and softness. Feel the rooting down with each inhale. Feel the lifting up with each exhale. Take a breath in and allow the breath to gently move the body, starting with the toes, the fingers, the arms, the legs, shoulders, hips, and roll gently on the right side. Take the knees to chest, give them a big hug and a big kiss. Shoulders too. And whenever you're ready, meet me in easy cross-legged. Thank you guys again. Great practice. Thank you for joining me. Well done. You have finished the Stability Beginners course. Feel free to do any of the previous sessions again and again and again, because I'm sure you'll find out something that you haven't noticed before. And feel free to shoot any questions that you might have. Thank you so much. It was a great first course for me to do and to share with you. See you next week. May all beings know freedom, may all beings know light, and may all beings know love. Namaste. Thank you. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about today's class, to give you time to ask me any questions if you might have any. And I'll check to see if there are any in the meantime. Now, I'll tell you about today's focus, which was the lines of force, the 5 lines of force. There are 2 legs and 2 arms, and they by engaging them, we create. First of all, we create stability in the body. We bring mobility. We open the joints, and then we can go into our flexibility. So step by step, we are becoming more stable, we're becoming more mobile. When the legs become more stable, hips get more open, the core gets more engaged, the trunk of the body gets more engaged. Now, when the arms, again, get more engaged, we activate them. We bring the power down through the arms into the shoulders and the upper back. And the upper back is connected to the upper abdominals and the rib cage. So so from these 2 sides of the body, the lower side and the upper side, we're connecting into the core, which gets us to extend the 5th line of force, the spine. So the lines of force are lines of engagement through the alignment of the body to keep the body working as one. And they're called lines of force. So it's not only bringing the body together; it's bringing the body together in with power, bringing the body together with strength. Bringing the body together while keeping the body open. A lot of times we might think, yeah, but I'm bending or I'm folding. Yes, but you never separate the body. So in today's class, I wanted to get your attention focused on engaging with your full strength, your full power, feeling the full potential of the poses that we do. Because we can do a pose, but we can just stand there, collapsing in all the joints, not engaging a single muscle in the body, and we're just standing there. And of course, if we do that, there will be zero benefits to our practice. If we truly come here right now and use what we've got, we start with the four corners of the feet, we lift through the arches, we feel the ankles get stable. The ankles are connected to the shins and the calves. They wake up, they're like, ooh, I have to do something here. I can't just laze around. The knees as well. Now, the knees will have a general tendency to go in or out. But again, we need to make sure we are practicing the principles of alignment. We check the second toe of the foot in line with the middle of the knee. And then if we keep drawing that line up, it stops right in the hip crease. So we're engaging the lines of force with the full with the principles of alignment in place. So we can go into our full strength if the body is not in a line. So that's why they're lines of force. They're based on alignment first. We align the body and then we engage through the muscular system. The bones root us down and the muscles raise us, bring us up. So rooting down, allowing the body weight to come down, because that's what gravity does. It's only normal. We can't fight gravity. So we allow the body weight to come down. The body is aligned, and it responds through the muscular system. So when the legs get fully engaged, the feet, the arches, the ankles, the thighs, then the next step is the pelvic floor, and that's controlled from the lower back. So we can stick the bum out like a duck, and we notice the pelvic floor is completely disengaged, which means that no matter how much we actually engage the thighs, which is quite impossible because when I'm sticking the bum out like a duck, I'm hyperextending the knees. So we can't actually bring that engagement of the muscles up. What we need to do is we need to bring the tailbone down. And again, you see the body moving. So that's one way of looking at it. You see the body moving, you put your hand on your lower back and say, stick out, bring it in. You feel it moving. However, you need to feel it moving. So the tucking of the tailbone needs to be felt in the pelvic floor, because when we bring the tailbone in, the pelvic floor draws up. You'll feel like it's like a muscle at the right in between your legs. So it draws up. And when that draws up, it brings the lower abdominals in. If you put your hands on the lower belly, you'll feel the tone underneath the skin. So it's not sticking out, disengaged. It's tight. So we check again step by step. The legs are aligned. The pelvis is aligned. Lower abdominals are working. Which means the two lines of force of the legs are traveling up. The lower back is extended. Now, I breathe into my trunk. So when I breathe into the trunk, I extend the rib cage. Rib cage goes up, which means that the obliques, the muscles on the side, will lift, will extend, but will also tone. They hold the rib cage up. When the rib cage goes up, we're engaging our breathing muscle as well, the diaphragm. So that gets engaged as well. Now, we need to pay attention, just as we paid attention here in the lower back, not to stick it out, to bring it in. We need to pay attention not to bring the breastbone up, because again, that's a common tendency. Breathing into the rib cage, I'm doing it right. Does it really feel right? So the extension of the rib cage is upwards, not frontally. So I'm not propping out the chest. The button, I always say, it's imagine you have a button underneath the chest, bring it in. The breastbone needs to come down, the hips need to come in. So they go towards each other. And then if you put 2 fingers here and 2 fingers here, you'll feel the same level of tone. And you're in your homes, no one can see you. You can do it. Feel when you reach that level of engagement, and it's a great practice to explore. And it's a micro move to bring the tailbone in, to bring the breastbone in, bring them out, bring them in. Feel the whole abdominal wall toning up, or relaxing, releasing. So they're toned, they're disengaged. They're toned, they're disengaged. Now, that is essential it's essential to get the torso supported by the abdominals, because we want the power of the thighs to connect to the power of the core, and the power of the core to connect to the upper back. So we've got lower back, mid back, upper back. Neck, we have the spine, and then the spine feels at length, but then there are 2 more things attached to the spine. Here they are, but not directly to the spine, but you get what I mean. If I just drop my hands like this, look what's going to happen. The whole length that I felt in the spine is drawn down by the weight of my arms. So what I need to do is to bring the arms up with this, or to hold them down, either up or down. It just crossed my mind now that you guys can hold them down. So you hold them down with engagement. So you lift from the armpits and then along the arm. So the arm is not only taking its weight, but it's keeping the shoulders open for the spine to, especially the upper back here, to find its space. So you make more space on the sides, there's more space in the middle. Same with the lower back. So shoulders are open, hips are open. And that's and by doing this practice of engaging the 5 lines of force, the arms and the legs, you get to feel the power of your body. You get to feel the openness of your body. You get to feel the control you have over your body. It's wonderful to just see how you can make a mini move, a super micro move, but you literally feel it in the whole arm or rib cage or leg or hips. So it's like I want to say like a game of dominoes. The pieces are connecting. So you do one thing and it ripples. So it's the same here, but it's not pieces coming down, it's pieces rising up. So if and it all starts from the ground up. So you start with the feet, they rise up, ankles rise up, thighs rise up, pelvis rises up, torso rises up, shoulders rise up, head rises. So everything extends from the ground up, but it extends with control. It extends with full engagement of the muscles. It extends in a sustainable way. So we're not just pulling the body upwards, we are lifting it from the inside out. And that's the beauty of it, and that's where the tone comes from. That's where the heat in the muscles comes from. That's where the more openness comes from, because you can imagine doing a pose which is meant to open the hips or open the shoulders. If you do it with the full lines of force engaged, it's only going to open the joint more. But it will open it again mindfully. That's the main concept associated to the lines of force. You know what you're doing. You're aligning, you're rooting, and you're rising, and you're constantly checking to see that the body knows what it's doing and how it's doing it. So you don't want to let the arms do too much. You don't want to let the legs do too much. You want to let each part of the body do its job. That's what the body really is for. So it feels great. It feels like, wow, I'm really into my body. I'm alive in my body. I'm breathing into my body. I'm moving my body mindfully. I'm moving it strongly. I'm moving it um, um, consciously, and I'm staying with it. And because I'm doing it each and every second of my practice, I will be more aware of it in my everyday life. So I'll know how I move. I know how much strength I put into a move. I know how to align my body depending on where exactly, what exactly I'm doing. Um, so that's, I'm taking the practice now into your everyday life. So on the mat, we learn how to activate the legs and the arms to extend the spine. In real life, we pay attention to, for example, how we sit. Am I sitting down through my sitting bones? Am I really pressing down through it? Are my feet on the ground? Are my thighs active? Is my core active when I sit down at the computer 8 hours a day? Are my shoulders open? Is the are the upper abdominals working? So the same awareness process and the same checking in, the same embodiment. You get into your body, you experience your body. It is taken from your yoga practice into your everyday life, and the benefits. I don't think I have to spend too much time talking about that. Um, of course, you get the stability by the tone in the muscles. You get to keep the joints open and lubricated the mobility. You get more strength. Alignment in your lines of force um, gets you to do more heavy lifting in your everyday life. You know how to bend the knees now and keep the spine nice and straight if you have to, lift a heavy box rather than just bend over with the spine all curled up. So the benefits are enormous. Benefits in terms of awareness, benefits in terms of strength, and of course benefits in terms of energy levels. The body feels great. It's like a like a like a car with a full tank. So, what's a car with a full tank gonna feel like when you're driving it? Yeah, I can drive for miles. So your energy levels will go up. Even though I am saying this with a word of caution, because when you start this practice, the full body engagement, it will feel like heavy work. Like it's you haven't done it before. So it's gonna feel new. It's gonna feel like you have to do something. It's gonna feel like discipline and commitment and dedication. And it is discipline and it is commitment and it is dedication to yourself. So who can blame you for putting time into that? I think it might be the opposite. Can you not do that now that you know it? So whatever it is that we learn on the mat, taking it off the mat and doing it mindfully, consciously, and with full engagement is key. So that's it from me today. Let's see if there are any questions. Anna has a question. In the tree pose, turning the balancing foot slightly outward gave me more stability as compared to pivoting it inwards. I guess it's very individual. I don't get what you mean. Turning the foot slightly outward compared to pivoting it inward. You'll have to give me more details about that, Anna, because I don't. So turning the foot. Okay. I think you might. So are you talking about turning the foot as you bring it up like this? It might be a question of opening the hip a bit more. When we turn the foot like this, we open the hip a little bit more, and that might help. Here, it is a variation of the tree pose. This one. I would suggest you stick to practicing this for a while, because it focuses on bringing everything towards the center line. So the hip opening variation is great. If you enjoy it, keep on doing it. But this one is also super for this give and take of the two legs, for leveling the hips, for keeping the right thigh open. It's super one. But yeah, you're right. This one, turning the foot in outwards, would give you a bit more openness in the hip. If the hips are need a bit more openness, that would be the only way. But it's a totally acceptable variation of the tree. So enjoy it. That's it from me today. Thank you, guys. Beautiful practice. Great energy, everyone. Thank you for joining me online. Have a great evening.